Hi and welcome, legends. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Nice little breakout here from Bitcoin to the upside. Will this momentum continue, or is this yet another fake out to the downside? Today we'll analyze the price of Bitcoin, go through some fundamental news, look at CVD, look at liquidity, and whatever else you guys would like me to have a look at. Right, let me do this. I can just get my mouse to work properly. There we go. How's everyone doing? Welcome in the house, legends. Let me just grab the comments over here. And where did my mouse go? Okay, there we go. Sorry guys, my mouse stopped working there for a second. Let me do this. Our chat. Okay, now I can see the chat. Welcome everyone. Today my mic is a little bit lower. I didn't set it as high. Just wanted to get it out of my face a little bit. So if you guys do struggle to hear me, please let me know and I'll crank up the volume a little bit. Welcome in the house. Welcome to a beautiful day, another live stream. Let's analyze the price of Bitcoin. Let's go through some altcoins. It's all about you guys, the community. Ask me any questions you'd like answered. Welcome. Fatboy 67.2. Is that the level you're eyeing? Right. What is the time zone, by the way? Are you asking are you asking for South Africa? At the moment, it is here exactly 35 minutes past 6. Okay. It's C8 Central European time. Yes, I just got stuck there for a moment. Central European time. And when the clocks align and you go 1 hour ahead in the Central European time, then our times are aligned. Right, we're going into winter, and I think they are going into summer. Okay. Right. I have a question. Do you make more money with trading or with your private group or courses? No, I definitely make way more money with my trading. Okay. Way more money with my trading. It cannot even compare. Okay, hope you get along in the trend line. Okay, let's analyze the price of Bitcoin, go through things together. And the one thing I've noticed, maybe just out of interest, I'm not sure if you guys also saw that YouTube, if you use YouTube on your computer, it has changed. Okay, it used to have the like button and everything here down at the... Why is my mouse not working properly? Okay, there we go. Okay, now you have to smash up the like down here. Let me just give it some love over there. Smash up the like, hit subscribe for future notifications. And if you now want to see the comments, you have to go down here and click on more. Okay, or the description at least, which for some reason is not working. Okay, here we go. Description down here. Right. This is very weird. YouTube is changing a lot of things over here and it looks a little bit weird. So in case you guys were also wondering, YouTube is a little bit funky here at the moment. Okay. Nonetheless, if you guys would like to come and trade with me, here's my links in the description for Bybit. Blowfin. I have added Blowfin. I want to show you guys something. I didn't want to tell you guys about it because I like to test out exchanges before I present it to my community. I have been testing out a number of exchanges, and I don't only just use Bybit and Mixi. Those are my two main platforms, and I feel very comfortable in presenting that to you guys. But I've been testing and trading with Blowfin over here. The liquidity looks good. The stop loss is hit. It does cash out the entire position. Those are things that I look for. I've been trading a little bit on here. It works very nice. Actually, the UI looks great. Also, what I like is very similar features to Bybit. Also, you don't need to KYC, so it's absolutely wonderful. And there's also a little surprise coming with Blowfin. So I did put the link down in the description if you guys would just like to test out the exchange with me. I'm using a little bit of smaller money over here just to make sure that everything is running the way it's supposed to be running. Some of the other exchanges that I tested out, Yo, I've had some nightmares over there, and I'm not going to mention any names, but for example, you put a stop loss and the stop loss only pays out or cashes out 30% of your position, and then when you wake up and you have to go, or when you realize that you're in a massive loss, you're like, but I did protect my position, why am I in such a great loss at the moment? So I don't want to present you guys with exchanges like that, but I've been testing Blowfin over here. You can see when I open up a trade, let's just open up a trade over here. Okay, very similar. It gives you the P&L line, so you can see where you've bought in. With some of the exchanges, they don't, the UI is not so great. Also, you can add your stop loss and your TP prices over here. I can say like 5%, confirm, right? You can also move your stop losses around. So very intuitive user interface. I really like it. It also shows you your P&L. Oh, there's it, my 0.05 trade for the day. Let's cash out, brother. We've made some nice money here to the upside. 77 cents, that's definitely going to pay for something in the future. Right, so, but yeah, just to show you guys how it works, also you can add your TP areas over here. So let's say I want to make 10% profit. There we go, TP, stop loss. I'm not sure if any one of you are using Blowfin. I really like them. I've been testing them out. For now, so far it's good, so I feel comfortable enough to present it now to my community. There are some great bonuses and things down the pipeline, and some surprises down the pipeline with Blowfin as well. And I don't want to spill the beans at the moment, but link down in the description if you want to go check it out. Okay, also I think there's a $5,000 prize if you're a new sign-up user. If you sign up, there's a $5,000 prize that can be won. Also, I think they have 50% discount on their fees by using my link, and then 0% make a fee, 50% take a fee, a discount at the moment. So it's looking good. It's looking good. I will keep you guys updated on Blowfin. I will still do a couple of more trades over here. I have been doing a lot of trades, but so far so good. I really like the exchange. It's a little bit different than Bybit and Mexi, but I really like, there's enough liquidity. The stop losses pay out when they're supposed to pay out. When 100x a position, the stop losses still pay out. The fees are really reasonable. So far so good. Okay, let me just close this position because I just wanted to show you guys here. I don't want to lose money right now. Okay, although I think we might still move up. But let's analyze the price of Bitcoin here together. Okay, let's say hi to the community. How is everyone doing? I have a quick, okay, I've read through that. Let's start from the bottom up. I'm in a long from $60,000. What would be a good profit zone if you were in such a trade? 60,000. Wow, what an unbelievable entry. Congratulations, firstly. Okay, so you entered with this nice little SFP here to the bottom. Right, and now we are over here, up. I'm not sure what your position size is, but now we're up nice little 5.72% over here. Okay, so for me, definitely a TP area has already been hit. Okay, so when I go into the 1 hour, just to answer your question here quickly, and this is what I want to discuss today. And please, before you cash out and take profits, just hear me out first. Okay, so when I start switching on some levels, the first thing we have to acknowledge is that we are at a value area low of this entire range. Okay, so when I go into the 4 hour even, and I look at this entire structure over here, okay, and you draw a fixed range profile from this entire structure, okay, you will see that we are, okay, I can actually draw this, pull this one a little bit out. We are at resistance, okay, and definitely we can break through. Okay. Okay, cool. Thanks. I thought there's something wrong with my mic. Arena, welcome. Thanks for being in the house. I agree, Devolt, your voice has always calmed down, especially when there's tension with trading. Definitely. I think I've learned to master my emotions over the years with trading. It wasn't always like that. Okay. So what I would like to say is that you have to acknowledge that we are at resistance. And if I'm not mistaken, there's also a daily level over there, okay, that we are struggling to break through. So in confluence with the value area low, there's also a daily level. So I would start turning very bullish, okay, for us to potentially come and claim even this high if we can find acceptance back inside the range. Because you guys have to remember, you have a deviation, you failed to break through over there, you have another deviation, and can this just be a deviation where when you get acceptance back inside the range, the rule for range trading is you long the bottom and you take profits at the top. You short the top, you take profits at the bottom. Short, okay, this one didn't hit the bottom, but nonetheless, that's why it's important to take profits on the way down. But yeah, I mean, the range only actually started forming during this duration, so I'm not sure if you would have been able to trade these two pivots, because the range only started forming once we made this middle consolidation over here. Okay, so you have to acknowledge, if you are in this trade over here, I would definitely make sure that my position is protected, and I will even move my stop loss a little bit into profit, okay, because you don't want a winning trade to turn into a losing trade. But my rule that I follow, and I cannot tell you what to do, is that when we hit obvious levels of resistance, so if I'm in a long and we start hitting obvious levels of resistance, I take some off the table. Even if we go and do that, because you don't know if we're going to do that, because I can guarantee you, if price does this, you're going to be very upset with yourself to say that I've been in such great profits over there and I just lost everything. You need to pay yourself and it doesn't have to be the full position. So sorry, if I was expecting higher prices over here, and we can go and analyze it, but we don't know. As traders, we don't know. We apply good risk management. I would definitely take some off the table. Cover your fees, pay yourself a little bit, and then you can leave some of the position open to come and claim the point of control and higher levels to the upside. Okay, I know everyone wants to make a lot of money, and they're like, well, if I leave the entire position open, by the time I get here, oh, that's going to be juicy, and then this happens. And you're like, crap, I should have taken profits. Okay, so as soon as we start eating areas of resistance, that's where I take some off the table. Little by little by little by little, I take some off the table. Okay, let's go and analyze the price of Bitcoin inside of this range here quickly. Okay, for now, it does look good. I do see some nice green volume kicking in. At least I can see now, eventually, there's some nice green volume kicking in with this momentum here to the upside. Was this a double bottom? Finally, was this the double bottom that we discussed yesterday? Okay, that's now going to take us to the upside. Yeah, not a beautiful fifth wave. I'll be honest with you guys. Truncated fifth waves here to the downside. It's just very ugly and messy. But the one thing that does make sense is when I take a trend-based fib from the high to the low to the high. Okay, we did hit a C wave target. Okay. We have to acknowledge we did hit a C wave target. 1-to-1 ratio, 1-2-3-6, and an extended C wave by the 1.618. So this is definitely an area where we can turn around, where this kind of looks like a WXY or a ABC, doesn't really matter. It has the same structure over here, but a flat, okay? You have a flat C wave here to the downside where you took the low of A, B didn't manage to grab the highs over there, but then a truncated fifth here to the downside. So this structure, guys, it has been the most confusing structure that I have come across in a long time. This structure over here, because of the exchanges that was misaligned, still expecting a fifth wave here to the downside, and then we just literally grab the liquidity below that low and we move up. Okay, very confusing price action, and that's perhaps the market makers game to confuse everyone. Okay, everyone expecting a little bit lower. They're waiting for that beautiful SFP, that little SFP that grabs the liquidity. You enter the long, and then they do this. Okay, right, I see a little bit of dumpy action there, but I'll dive into the smaller time frames in a bit. Okay, right. So I think the only point that I was trying to make over here is we did hit a C wave target, so the correction for now can be finished. Okay, I just want to make that clear. But there is also still a possibility that we can come down here, grab the liquidity once more, and then have the momentum back to the upside to finally go and complete the fifth wave here to the downside that is confusing every single Elliott wave counter that I've come across in the last couple of days. Okay, everyone from an Elliott wave perspective will still expecting that fifth wave here to the downside, and then we have a truncated fifth wave. And truncated basically means it's failing to break the third wave to the downside. Okay. Also, what I wanted to look at is, let's go on to the 15 minutes. Someone mentioned something about we are in the fourth wave with this little momentum that we have here to the upside. Let's see. Okay. Right. What I would like to see, okay, for us to remain bullish. And you'll see I have a daily and a value area high. And for now, I'll just take the dailies out to clean it up a little bit. I would like for us to remain bullish for this structure to be a 5-wave structure and not a 3-wave structure. At the moment, it is a 3-wave structure. So where we are right now, okay, is 1, 2, 3-wave structure. And a 3-wave structure is usually a corrective structure. So if this is a B, C, there's still a possibility that we can impulse back to the downside. Okay, and come and claim this low once again. So for me to remain bullish, I would like to see a 5-wave structure. Okay, so depending on how this is going to play out, I would like to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to see a 5-wave structure. That will then give me the confidence that we are potentially moving up. There's a higher probability of us moving up, and it's not just a corrective structure here to the upside. So I would like to see a little bit of a consolidation like we're getting now. So perhaps 1 or 2 things are happening now. We are building up that spring to break through, okay? Or we are failing to break through, and we are going to find downwards momentum. Right, so still not an easy trade here at the moment, and for me to turn bullish, I would like to say, like on the 4-hour time frame that I've just shown you, is we need to claim the value area high. We need to get back inside of the range. Okay, you do not have to FOMO into trades. Most often, a confirmed trade is a much better trade to take, because although you might feel that you're late to the party, at least you have confirmation that you are going to make money. Right. Let me just, sorry guys, I just want to... Lots of phlegm in my throat today. Right. Also, I'll just be tracking this momentum here to the upside. Let's keep it simple. Right. There's a nice little momentum here to the upside. So we hold this trend, we make higher highs, we make higher lows, and we can ride ourselves out of this nasty place that we are here at the bottom. Right, this is not a nice place to be. We're going down lower, we're going down lower, we're going to $55,000, people calling for $47,000, and now we're seeing a little bit of upwards momentum here. So finally, I like the green volume that is kicking in over here. I just want to see this momentum hold. Okay. Where we are right now, from the low to the high to the low, okay, we have hit a C wave target, and that's why I'm saying that I would like for us to make a 5-wave structure here to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would like to see a 5-wave structure, because at the moment it looks 3-wavy. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it has hit a C wave target. The 1.236 is a C wave target, and we can find momentum back to the downside. So as traders, we just have to be open to both bullish and bearish scenarios. I cannot sit here and tell you guys, you need to go long, open up those positions, let's go. Right, and then tomorrow this happens and then everyone's upset with me. I can't do that. I have to paint both scenarios. There's a possibility where we are right now that we can fail to break through. Okay, so it's all about observing price reaction over here, and perhaps CVD can give us a clue. So if this if this is a 1, 2, 3, then that's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just see if that balances. Okay, so if this is 2, 1, it retraced too deep. So I mean, this structure for me still looks like it has to be part of the third wave. This entire, and the fifth wave for the third wave is not in yet, because this retracement retraced to the 618. So quite confusing structure even here. I mean, this entire structure has just been so damn confusing. But I think to keep it simple, what I would like to see is we need to claim this level for bullish momentum to continue to the upside. If we cannot get acceptance inside of the range, we're going down. Simple as that. Okay, that's what I'm seeing at the moment. So if you are in a long position, make sure that you are protected. You need to be defensive about your cash. The money is here to take it. The market is here to take your money. So for me, for the legend that just posted, I am in a trade from $60,000 round about. Yeah, beautiful trade, by the way, over here. Okay, when you hit resistance, that is when you take some off the table, because you just never know. You just never know. Right. And then also from a simplicity perspective, you could just, we could come back down here, bounce on the trend, and then find continuation back to the upside, keeping the momentum to the upside. Okay, we do have higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, higher lows, higher low. And even if we come back down here and tap the trend, we will still have a higher low for potential continuation here to the upside. If I do see this structure playing out, then nice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here to the upside. Beautiful, because you could still then have an ABC correction. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you continue the momentum to the upside. Right. Let's go through some comments over here. Let's go through some comments. Hope you're all having a good day. What day is it today? It's Thursday. Sure. Missing the days of the week. It's just been absolutely hectic. Hemra, hi Devil, hi. Thanks for joining. What do you think about SPX? Can you check it, please? We have an open gap at 4,900. Right. Valeria, let me go and check SPX for you quickly here. You guys will see here, just by the way, before I get to SPX, I've been watching this Phantom trade over here, and I think a couple of live streams ago, someone asked me about Phantom to say that where would you enter Phantom, and we were over here somewhere, okay? And I still had this trend line. I think I had this trend over here. Yes, it was this trend, if I remember correctly. Okay, I'll go back into the live streams and just go and check. I had this trend over here, and we spoke about playing the breakout before we get the breakout. And now we have what looks like we could have a breakout over here, but it's not convincing for me just as yet, right? For me to have a nice breakout to the upside, I would have liked to see a higher high, where you're starting to change market structure. A higher high, a higher low, and off you go. Okay, I would like to see that. And at the moment, because we haven't claimed this high just as yet here above, although I'm seeing the breakout over here, it could also be a fake out. I'm waiting for us to go and claim that high. I want us to set in a higher high, because I don't mind being a little bit late to the party. Just to explain to you guys over here, okay? Definitely it can play out. You enter the breakout, okay? You put your stop below the low, and you are targeting much higher prices to come. And then definitely a trading opportunity, but I want to see what is going to happen over here. And I would rather want to see this, and then people have FOMO and they buy in late, whatever the case might be, and I'm waiting for the higher low. That is where I buy, the higher low, where I will potentially take a fib from the low to the high, wherever how high that candle goes. And here by the 382 by the 382 is a great continuation, Fibonacci. Usually when you have a solid confirmed breakout to the upside, you don't bounce further than the 382 for continuation back to the upside. But 382, 50%, and even the 618, great load up zones. When you have a confirmed breakout, when you have a higher high, that's what I'm waiting for. Then I will buy in at the retracement. I will wait for that retracement. I will be patient for that retracement. I'm not convinced where we are right now, just as yet. So if I had to take this trade where we are right now, I would use way less capital than I usually do. Okay, so if I do get stopped out here at the bottom, if I had to enter the trade over here, I would use way less capital for if we did come down, I'm not bothered. Okay. But yeah, I've spoken about this in the Legends community, our Discord community, also linked down in the description if you guys want to sign up, where I can guarantee you guys, everyone watching this stream, and for those of you that's been trading for a while, I think you will agree with me that if you enter a trade and you put your stop loss below the lows and you enter over here and you are scared, right? Price starts moving down and you start sweating and you start biting your nails and you are trembling, you can't sleep, perhaps the trade is still running while you go to bed, you wake up during the night when you go to the toilet and you switch on your phone or you go to your PC, you have risked too much money. Okay, when people are scared to enter trades, I can guarantee you 99% of the time, if you're scared to enter a trade, you've risked too much money. If you had to enter this trade with $5 at 2x leverage, okay, and you get stopped out, you'd be like, let's try the next one. I know the mistake I've made. Next time I'll do this. Next time I'll do that. You know, it's a little peck on the cheek. Next time I'll do that. That's how you need to start trading. If you make money your goal, okay, if you place a trade and money is the goal, you want to see how much gains you can make to the upside, you're not going to be in this game for very long. Okay, and this is part of the pep speech that I gave our Legends community as well, is to say that if money is your goal, you are not going to be in the game for long. Winning the trade should be your goal, because then money will be a result of winning the trades. Okay, I hope that makes sense. It's one of the important lessons that I've learned during my trading career, is that when you try and see how much money you can make with a trade here to the upside, first mistake you've made is you've risked too much money. Second mistake you've made is you only look at where your TP is and you sit and stare at your TP. Once you go to your trading platform and you click on that TP button and it shows you you're going to make $1,000 with this trade and you're very excited. Okay, you're not focused on your risk management. You're like, yeah, I'll lose $600 or $500. But that $1,000 looks so juicy there to the upside. Okay, if money is your goal, you're not going to be in this game for long. You should focus on how many trades you can get right. And then once you get 2, 3 trades, 8 trades out of 10, 7 trades out of 10 correct, okay, you've planned them properly, the TP has hit exactly where it was supposed to hit, right? Your stop loss was exactly at the right place where you didn't get stopped out of the trade and it went into the direction anyways. When you start mastering those things, you'll see money as a result of it. Okay, so you just need to switch your brain a little bit, is that I'm trying to see if I can win the trade and plan it properly versus how much money I can make off the trade. Okay, SPX. Let me not forget SPX. Let's go into SPX. I think I have it actually. Let me just check SPX. SPX USDT. Whew. USDT. Let's see. Bybit, Mexi. Is it the first one? SPX. Right, let's try this one. Oh, this is STX. Is it the same one? SPX. SPX USDT. Try this one. Listed on Mexi. SPX is US market. Oh, SPX is US market. I have no idea. I don't trade commodities and equities and gold and silver and oil and SPX. Sorry guys, I am not familiar. Oh, SPX, the S&P 500. Now the penny dropped. Sorry, I was having such a blonde moment over there. SPX 500. Oof. How do you even trade this? Okay, sorry guys, I am not a S&P 500 trader, because when I look at this, it just doesn't make any sense. Look at the volume. You can't read the volume properly. Look at all the gaps, all the CME gaps over here. I just can't. Sorry, I just can't. How do you even analyze this properly? Okay, I mean, yes, you can make out some of the stuff, and you can see I have tried to analyze it in the past. And I mean, this price action actually looked better over here, right? I was predicting a momentum here to the upside. We just didn't get the low that I was expecting over here, but I was expecting a market structure change over here, which we got. Right. Let's go on to the daily. Okay, obvious bouncing level for the S&P 500 looks like it's here by the highs. Okay, with I mean, quick and dirty analysis here on XPX, S&P 500 is that you want to see us hold this level if we do come down here. Okay, you have a nice consolidation area, it's in confluence with the highs over here, and if we do find some momentum here to the downside, you want to see this level hold. Okay, and perhaps I will then update my trend to say that, well, that's maybe my trend. So this could take long. I mean, this can really take long to get down here. So if we do find the momentum, you hold the support, you can even bounce here on the trend, and then we can find momentum back to the upside. So this momentum line for me is important. This support for me is important, but it does look like we can find momentum here to the downside. And even if we turn around maybe a lower high and continuation here to the downside, yeah, it's very steep. It feels like it needs a cool off. Right, it's such a difficult chart to trade, guys. You will not find me trading the S&P 500. No, there's just no ways. I love crypto. I like the personality. There's someone that made a video today where they spoke about you need to be in a relationship with a coin that you are trading that pays you from a day trading perspective. And what they mean by a relationship is that you need to study that coin. You need to figure out its behavior. Some days the coin might have off days. I don't know, this sounds very stupid. I just love the way that they explained it. Is that I know Bitcoin so well that sometimes I will just look at the price action without having anything on my chart, and I know whether it's going up or down, just by looking at the candles, because I've studied it for so long. For years I've been staring at Bitcoin candles, that you start building a relationship with the chart. Not that you're married to it, but you know how it moves. You know what type of fake outs it gives you. You know if it likes the 618 levels from a Fibonacci perspective. You know if it respects trend lines. Does it respect daily levels? Does it respect weekly levels? Okay. If you are that type of person that jumps from every coin every single day, you try and trade a new coin, you haven't learned that coin's personality, and there's a high chance that you are going to stuff up and lose money because you don't know the personality of that coin. So from a day trading perspective, I like to trade Bitcoin. Okay, if I see an obvious opportunity on an altcoin or so, I will open up a swing position, right? Like I've showed you on Phantom, for example. It has to be obvious, and it has to give me all the right triggers for me to pull the trigger. Okay, but you will not find me jumping between a different coin every day trying to trade it. No, I will add those coins to my spot bags. The good fundamental altcoins, I add those to my spot bags. Okay, I don't day trade them, because you need to learn the personality of the coin that you are trading to make money. And you will see that the most successful traders in the world, they stick to about 3 to 5 coins, or commodities, or oil, or gold, whatever they like to trade. They stick to 5, and they know them deeply. They know that this one respects trend lines. This one is a great Fibonacci coin, or a commodity, or equity, whatever you are trading. Okay, you need to learn the personality, and you need to get to know it. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say over there. Right, SPX, not a coin that you will find me trading. I don't like, to be honest with you guys, I don't like CME gaps. I don't believe in them. They've never worked for me. Yeah, I like crypto. I like Bitcoin. It's the one that I've studied. It's the one that gives me money. It's the one that pays my bills. I know the personality, right? And sometimes, you know, like your partner is upset with you, you're having an off day. I think Bitcoin for me was just having an off day with this little range over here. It was one of the most confusing structures over here that I've seen in a long time. Okay, but nonetheless, I'm here. I'm trying to make sense of it. And with good risk management, we still stay in the game. Right, what else? What else? Let me just have a sip of water over here. Can you look at EGLD? Definitely. Have you started dating Bitcoin recently? Yes. We must all date Bitcoin, right? I think Bitcoin is having so many affairs with so many people around the world. Okay, but I really enjoyed that show today. And for those of you that do follow that person, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. You have to build that relationship with the coin that's going to pay you every month. You have to build that relationship because it takes years and years and months to figure out by just looking at the price action what it does. I know, for example, Theta and Zilliqa and Dogecoin, some of them, there's a couple of them that love fake outs, and I will not for the love of me trade trend lines on them, because every single time they do a fake out and they stop you out, they do a fake out and then they stop you out, and after the 6th or 7th time that you've been stopped out, then it has the true breakout to the upside. So people that do I know someone that actually only trades Zilliqa. They are married to Zilliqa. They have a deep relationship with Zilliqa. They know it so well that they make phenomenal profits to the upside because they've learned the personality. They know, okay, the first 3-4 fake outs is going to happen. I'm going to wait for the 5th or the 6th one, for example. Okay, and then the true breakout will happen. Right. So still some dumpy action here to the downside. I wanted to look at CVD. Where did I put my CVD? Right. Here we go. Ooh, let me just refresh this and make sure that it's good and well. Okay. So I'm looking at this structure, this pump that we had here to the upside. I'm on the 5-minute time frame. I just want to see. Ooh, this looks interesting. Did we make? No, not on yellow. I do like this. Okay. Grab my line over there. I do like where it's going. So between this pivot and this pivot, I don't see anything. Okay, I don't see a lower CVD compared to the higher high in price, higher low in price action. But look at this now, compared to this pivot over here, we are making lower lows on CVD, even with this momentum here to the upside, which could give us a little bit of a correction and continuation to the upside based on what I'm seeing over here. Okay, not guaranteed, but it can definitely happen. And I also spot the bearish CVD that sent us to the downside. So when you look at this price action, look at the bearish CVD that played out to perfection over here. Let me just zoom in that everyone can see. Okay, you can see between these two pivots, look blue, look at blue, higher high on CVD, lower low on price action. The target is this low. Okay, so there's definitely a possibility that we could still come and take the low and then move up. Okay, so that is the clues that I look for on the smaller time frames to see that, well, are we building up momentum to break through, or are we actually rejecting from this level? So I mean, when you look at the price of Bitcoin, you could then also argue to say that if I switch on my daily level over here and the value area low over here, where's my daily level? Okay, this is a SFP. Okay, it's as clear as that, right? You SFP, you fail to break through the level and you find continuation to the downside. The question now is just, are we going to bounce or are we going to break down? Okay, where you could come down, make a lower high and continue, break the trend and continue the momentum to the downside. Right, so what I am seeing is a mix between bullish and bearish CVD. So on a larger time frame between these pivots, okay, between these pivots, I'm spotting bullish CVD, but more locally, I'm spotting bearish CVD. And the rule for CVD is that local CVD takes priority over larger time frame CVDs. Okay. Hope that helps. Hope that helps. Right, someone asked for a coin, EGLD. Let's go have a look at EGLD. Guys, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm very bullish on EGLD. I am very bullish on EGLD. I like the fundamentals. I've done my own research. I mean, I encourage everyone to do their own research. I like it fundamentally. I like the project. I like the team. I like the white paper. It's been around for long. It has been through a bull cycle. It has been through a bear cycle. It looks like it found the bottom over here. Okay, and what I'm seeing here on the daily time frame is that, okay, I've said this a couple of times, but just to explain the basics, you usually get, for upwards momentum, you get a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and sometimes they go deep. Sometimes it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and usually the first impulse, obviously, is your first wave. So we had some green volume kicking in here, pushing us here to the upside, the momentum basically carrying us out. But I do see, if we had to turn around here, for me this is a beautiful bouncing area for a wave 2. Okay, this is then a wave 1. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3 to the upside. Okay, some of the altcoins did this, some of the altcoins did this, okay, but some of them didn't find the strength and they just double topped and they found momentum to the downside. But it is still bullish, even from an Elliott wave perspective, is that when I look at the Fibonacci, the rule for second waves is that when you form a first wave to the upside, you retrace 50%, 618, 786 is all great second wave targets. Where you had a first impulsive wave to the upside, you come back for the retest, the cool off, okay, and then you build the massive explosive third wave. Third waves are, for those of you that don't know Elliott wave theory, when you see a third wave to the upside, those are the best waves to trade from a trading perspective. They have beautiful bull flags to the upside that just break up. You almost never get stopped out until the wave is finished. For those of you that watched my one-line trading strategy, you will see those are third waves, that strategy works beautifully on third waves. Third waves are the most awesome waves to trade because they build those little bull flags and they continue. They build a bull flag and they continue. They build a bull flag and you continue. And all you're doing is you're playing the breakout, you're playing the breakout, you're playing the breakouts, adding to your position, adding to your position. And by the time you get to the top of the third wave, you've made so much money you don't know what to do with it. Okay, but the problem is to identify it, because we could still come back down lower, make a double bottom, and then we'll have to assess the situation there. But I can only go on what the chart is showing me at the moment. Okay, and at the moment, this looks like what I'm seeing right now, a 1, 2. Okay, it's hit common second wave targets. Right, so for me, this is a load up zone from a spot bag perspective, and I'll be honest with you guys, I did add to my spot bags yesterday and today a little bit again. Okay, I'm constantly nibbling, because this to me just looks too juicy to say no to. I don't care if we still come back down and we make a double bottom. I don't care, because I will just buy a little bit more, dragging my entry down. Okay. But I cannot ignore the fact that this looks great. And I mean, the world is bearish. We're going down lower. The altcoins are bleeding out. And I like the fear. I like to buy the fear. Okay, but this consolidation can still last a while before we see the upwards momentum. Okay, what I want to see here is, just for interest's sake, if I take a time fib. Oops, I didn't click it. Right, there we go. Now I don't know if it's this one or it's this one. So yeah, EGLD is a bit confusing. I'll have to look at another coin. Okay. Okay, if we take this pivot, you guys have to remember everything moves in waves. Okay, so you have, and I can already see a little bit of this coin's personality. Okay, EGLD's personality. EGLD, it looks like it has sharp movements to the upside and it has long consolidations. Okay, sharp movement to the upside, long consolidations. Sharp movement, long consolidation, which could mean that this is the top and this is part of a B wave, A, B, C here to the downside. Right, and we are entering the 1.618 area over here. Thoughts on JASMY? I'll have a look at that. Thank you so much for Night of Eternity. Thank you so much for this for the super chat. I will definitely go have a look at JASMY in a moment. Right, so if this is the correction for this impulse, it makes sense because all of these movements up at the same length of correction that I can see, because usually you see a coin go up and it has a correction, a 1-to-1 ratio. So when you measure it from the high to the low, you will see that the 1-to-1 ratio is usually there. That is how it's supposed to happen. But some altcoins will have that steep up and a long correction that can take them up until the 1.618. I wouldn't like to see the 2 ratio hit here. The 1.168 over here by this gray line, okay, is usually where I would expect a breakout to the upside. Okay, if this is the top. And this is part of a correction over here. I know that there's a couple of other altcoins that have easier price action to chart. Okay, what I also like about where we are is, let's just zoom out here. Let's see where we have found support. What I usually do is you grab a box. Where you are right now, sometimes people struggle with support and resistances, but if you can see that you've slowed down, you take a box and you just drag it to the left. Okay, and there you can see, ooh, beautiful support that we found. Look at where we found support. Okay, so this is obviously a nice little support area. Okay, support, it offered support, you broke down, you retested it as resistance. This is what you like to see. Support needs to have resistance in it as well. It just makes it stand out more. We had the breakout and now we have the retest. Is this the retest? Okay, so this was most probably where you do the RS flip. You flip the resistance into support and you continue the momentum to the upside. So this is why I cannot help myself but add a little bit to my spot bags in this area over here when everyone is too scared to buy. That is where I'm buying. Okay, and then just for shits and giggles, what I can do over here as well, where can this third wave take us? Okay, so if I take it from the pivot low to the pivot high to where we are right now, okay, as a minimum third wave target here to the upside, $122. Okay, so if I have to now take a spot trade on this, the risk to reward for me is worth the trade. Okay, you have to risk the biscuit to get the biscuit. I think that's how it goes. Okay, so if I had to enter exactly where we are right now, I put my stop below these lows over here. Okay, the risk to reward is still a 4.61, and anything over a 3 risk to reward for me is worth taking the trade. Okay, so just make sure, that's the only thing you need to make sure of, is that if this had to happen where we found downwards momentum and it stops you out, that you apply good risk management. Okay. Okay, but yeah, for me, EGLD, all of these coins, they are either extremely low leverage, 2x leverage, 1.5x leverage, maybe 3x leverage on the more ones that I feel more confident on. Okay, if you want to build a swing position on them. But for me, spot buys are the best buys on some of these altcoins, expecting the 1.618. And what I do like about third waves to the upside, remember this consolidation. I just want to stress this consolidation can still take a while. Then you find upwards momentum, perhaps you form another trend over here, you reject, you go down a little bit, and then boom, you have that massive breakout here to the upside. So, you know, a lot of people are just, I want to enter, I want to see money. These are patient trades. You have to be very patient for these trades. Okay, what I do like about third waves to the upside, if this is a 1, 2, 3 to the upside, you have to remember that 1.618 is what I consider a very common third wave target and also a minimum third wave target, because third waves can be very explosive to the upside. I mean, look at what happened here. That's a third wave. Okay, and if price action, now you guys can just imagine, if price action, look at this first wave over here, look at this, 1, 2, okay, then Devolt will be there and saying, well, I want to see where this third wave is going to take us, and I go from the low to the high to the low, and I tell everyone, you know, you can see where we got rejected. Okay, guys, this is where I will start taking profits. This is a common third wave target, 1.618, $152. Okay, cool. You know, we're all going to set our TPs there. And then look at what happened. It just didn't stop. It just didn't stop. And that's why I'm saying third waves can be very explosive, hitting the 2.618, the 3.618, the 5.618, the 10.618. The altcoins can really get aggressive to the upside. So it's always a good idea when you're entering bull market territory, and we are in a full-blown bull market season where you can see retail people are getting back. I will take a little bit of profits over here. Okay, and I will always leave some of the position open for higher levels, at least the 2 to the 3.618, because here's a perfect example, and this is what I'm showing you over here. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, here's the third wave. I hope that makes sense. Trying to explain it as best as I possibly can. And I must be honest, this first wave looks way bigger than this first wave over here. So it can get very punchy to the upside. Okay, 2.618, it can go to the 3.618. I just want to see why I don't have my levels switched on. Let's put it on normal. Okay, 3.618, I like the 3.618 because the 3.618 has underbelly resistance over here. You guys see where we wicked. It wicked a lot here. It wicked, and then it broke down. I like underbelly resistance. So for me, from a spot perspective, I think I will be taking majority of my profits here by the 3.618 if we get here. Okay, majority of my profits over here because of this underbelly resistance, and you just never know, right? Whether the altcoin that you are trading or have a spot position for is going to go and claim the all-time highs. You just never know. And I'd rather take profits on the way up, okay, than not take profits and get stopped out. And or you bought over here. I remember some people bought over here. They were euphoric. I've made so much money, I can retire. And then the bear market came and they're like, crap, I didn't take profits. Don't be that person. Take profits on the way up. Let's go look at JASMY. Right. Super chat. JASMY. Is that the ticker, JASMY? Ooh, I do have it. Where did I put it? Okay. Daily. I have charted this before. Oof, holy crap, look where it came from. Holy crap. Okay, so literally this thing had a dump of note. I think it just launched during the wrong time. It most probably launched during the peak of the bull cycle. Oh, what a bad time. It reminds me of ICP as well. Just launched at the wrong time. Great project, it just launched at the wrong time. 100% dump to the downside. Okay, so I mean, if you bought the top over here and you didn't dollar cost average on your way down, you would, if you invested $100, you would now be, what, less than $1. Okay, you would have less than $1 left. Okay, but anyways, let's go look at what's happening over here. Okay, obviously, I was tracking. I like the support. It looks like it's still holding the support. I like the support over here. Oops. Like the support, flipped it as resistance. So this is a good support for me. I like it when you support and you break down, you retest it, then it confirms the support for me, or the resistance. Okay, and here you can see we even had a little bit of a consolidation over here, struggling to break through, and now we have broken through. So for now, I must be honest, it still looks bullish. Okay, and the reason I'm saying that is you had a long consolidation area here, okay, long consolidation area, and this was your key level of resistance over here, and then massive green volume kicked in and you broke through. Now what you want to see is you want to see this area hold, okay, because this is potential. Always when you have a breakout, you have a retest. Okay, so perhaps what's going to play out here is, and I can actually take this trend out, they're no longer valid, is for me, anywhere inside of this area could potentially be a great load up zone. Okay, where you break out, you retest, and you find continuation to the upside. And if you want to be a lot late for the party, I will just keep track that momentum. I can see because of the low market cap, you get those nasty wicks to the upside that makes trendline trading a little bit difficult. Yeah, it's not an easy one. One could even argue that's your trend. The problem with these trends is you get so many fake outs. So if you want to day trade this thing, I would not day trade this. No ways I would day trade this. Because look at the fake outs. You think you're breaking out, you get stopped out. You're breaking out, you get stopped out. So, and it can still continue doing this until it has the true breakout. And you're not going to know which one is the true breakout. Okay. So for me, and this is why it's a great spot buy, because you just buy and you hold, you buy and you hold. And I mean, if we can come down here into the support box again, where you had the breakout, the retest for continuation, I mean, that to me is a golden ticket for more upwards momentum to come. Right. So, but yeah, for me, I will not day trade this. There's no ways I would day trade this. It's too volatile. Okay, it does look like this could be the trend. Oof, but it's just very wiki. Okay, wiki, it's very wiki. Right, I think, oh, that actually looks way better. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. You broke out, you retested it. This looks like the valid trend. So if you're trading or you're keeping an eye on JASMY, you want to play the breakout, keep an eye on this trend where you connect it to this high, you slice through this fake out, and you can see that you have some beautiful touches over here. Touch, touch, breakout, retest, breakdown. Okay. But even where it is right now, for me, this is still accumulation zone over here. This is where you want to add, because you might not get that dip. You might start breaking out from here. Okay, so I mean, if you're adding to your spot bags, you always have to nibble a little bit with corrections. You have to nibble a little bit, because you never know if it's just going to turn around. And then you were waiting over here and it just didn't happen. Right, I hope I have satisfied your curiosity here with JASMY. Okay. Hi Devil, how much dollars required or trading to skip the 9-to-5 job? People are not going to like the answer to this one. Let's find some blank space over here. Right, and maybe you'll find it interesting or not. I would say the safest way is you need to know how much your expenses is per month. And I'm just going to use a round number here. If you need $1,000 every month to pay your bills and to have a roof over your head and to eat, okay, it pays all the expenses. No luxuries and fancy cars or anything like that. It pays for you to eat and sleep comfortably. And I'm just using a round number over here. I'm not saying $1,000 is enough or too little. Okay, if you need $1,000 per month and you would like to become a full-time day trader, to leave your 9-to-5, I would say that this equals the safest way, and it can become a little bit more aggressive as you become more experienced. You need a 5%, okay, to 10%. This is when you become a little bit more experienced, and it can go up to 25% even. Okay, so to play it safe, you need to make 5% or 10% on your portfolio to give you $1,000 a month. Now you can do the math. So let's use the 10% for example. So you need a $10,000 account, okay? And this is, I'm playing it very safe here, because a lot of people when they start out, yeah, and I would say this comes with experience as well. So for you to make 10% on your portfolio every month, you will make $1,000 to pay all your expenses. You need a $10,000 account. That's the easiest way that I can explain it. This 10% can turn into 25%. It can turn into 30%, because bull markets are way easier to trade than ranges and bear markets, which scares the hell out of people. And then they are even unable to make 5% a month with a $10,000 account. Okay, so when you have nailed your strategy, when you are a consistent, profitable trader, and you can trade any market cycle, whether it's a bear market, whether it's a consolidation, whether it's a bull market, obviously in bull market you will make a lot more money for the rainy days. If you can consistently make 10% or even 5% on your $10,000 every single month, month after month, you are then a profitable, successful day trader. Anything more than this is a bonus. That is where I use that money to invest in more crypto and buy more altcoins and fill up my spot bags and go on holidays. That's my luxury money that I make. But my 5 to 10% I have to make every month to pay me my $1,000 salary, for example. So the thing you need to go and do is to say that how much do I need per month? That's what you need to go and work out. If you need $10,000 a month as a salary, you need a $100,000 account. Okay, and an experienced trader will know this, okay? And I don't want you guys to think that if I have $100,000 saved up and I've only been trading for 3 months, that means I can resign. No, you can't, because you have to consistently make 5 to 10% on your $10,000 or $100,000, I would say for at least 6 or 8 months, 12 months, even better, where you are consistently making 5 or 10%, then you can say, okay, I have now proven to myself that I am a profitable trader. Okay? Because a lot of people fall into the trap of, I have enough money to be a successful trader, but they haven't mastered trading yet. And then what happens is they don't make the 5%, they don't make the 10%, they actually make minus 10%, minus 50%, minus 80% every month. And then before you know it, their account is gone and they're back to their 9 to 5. All right. So lots of alpha over here. This is what I teach our trading community. So I hope you guys enjoy the alpha. I hope you guys enjoy the alpha. Please smash up the like, show your support, show your love. I hope this makes sense. A lot of people wanting to get into the trading industry and become a successful day trader, they don't want to see this because they think with $1,000 you can pay yourself $10,000 a month. You can't. Maybe in a bull market, if you're an experienced trader, yes. But you need to think ahead. You need to think about the winters. You have to think about when the market is difficult, like what happened with Bitcoin over here. This was an extremely difficult range to trade. And are you going to make your 5% or your 10% this month to pay your expenses by the end of the month? Are you experienced enough as a trader to trade this structure and still make 10%? Are you experienced enough? Or did you get lucky with 1 or 2 trades? And then with the next trade, you lose everything, all the profits that you've made. Okay, let's go back into the comments. Overcharge crypto. DXY is going up. Yeah, DXY is getting a bounce over here. And I think that's why we're seeing a little bit of dumpy action here on the price of Bitcoin. Okay. I want to see this. I must say this 50% fib level over here does look juicy. I would like to see us get a bounce here because it has confluence with this high where you broke out from the high, you retest it, okay, and then you find continuation to the upside. That would be beautiful. But I mean, we can come and test this trend again. So perhaps we consolidate, and then we bounce here by the 618. Okay. But I have explained the bearish scenarios here as well. So don't bank on me saying that we're only going up from here. Okay, right. What else? I'm a little bit late, but I will start with the beginning of the stream. Thank you so much, Julian. I appreciate you joining. And please all give a like to the live stream. Yes, please smash up the like, hit subscribe. And as always, guys, I use Mexi, there's it. I use Mexi for most of my trading, my day trading, to make my 10% or 20% per month, right? And I also use Bybit for my larger spot positions. The links for Bybit and Mexi is down in the description. Sign up to benefit from the lowest fees and biggest bonuses. And like I also explained during the beginning of the stream, I'm also very happy here with, I don't know how you pronounce this, Bluefin. Is it Bluefin? Bluefin, no, Blowfin. I'll just call it Blowfin. Okay. Very happy with what I've been testing over the last couple of weeks with Blowfin. It looks like a really good exchange, low fees as well. No KYC required. If you're looking for an alternative, you want to diversify your funds, I'm using Blowfin here at the moment. I've been testing them. I'm still testing them out, and I will give you guys feedback. If I find anything bad or anything, you know, they withdrawal issues or the stop losses don't hit or the TPs don't kick in properly, I will let you guys know immediately. But so far from all the testing that I've done, it really looks like a promising exchange. Okay. And also a nice little alternative to for a non-KYC, for those of you that don't want to KYC. Okay, right, what else? No fun. NFB, how much go up according to FIP? NFB, let's go look at NFB. I remember someone asking me about NFB. Right, is it this one? Yes. Ooh, well, that trade obviously didn't work out, but I think I was just, oh, you can see what I did over here, right? I think I discussed this during one of my live streams where we had the break of trend. That's why it's so important to take profits on the way up. You have the break of trend, okay? You come and test the consolidation area over here, and then bam, stopped out. Okay, so if you didn't take profits here on the way up, sorry, okay? That's what happens. If you don't take profits, someone else is going to take your profits. Anyways, let's just take the brushes out here. What you want to know is how high can we go? Okay, so let's go on to the daily time frame. Oof, it doesn't have a lot of price action to the left. Okay. It's I can't tell you because I don't have anything to measure as a wave one. So from a trading perspective, when a coin gets launched or new data on exchange, I ignore this price action. I cannot count this as part of Elliott wave theory. I have to look at the consolidation to start making sense of it. And for a wave 2, you have to have a 1, 2, and the low has to be a higher low. For a 2 to continue, for a third wave to continue to the upside, you have to have a higher low. And now look at this. Okay, so I can't. I unfortunately cannot work out how high this can go. Right. Based on where we are right now, the only thing that you can do, and this is highly speculative, is that I can take the FIB here out the way, and you can take a FIB, normal FIB, from the top to where we are right now. And if we go down lower, you will just draw your FIB a little bit down lower. Okay, so I would say that this is most probably a realistic target here by the 1.618 over here. $1.68. Okay, if we do find support over here, because there's nothing to the left that tells me that this is a support area, I would just be waiting for that trend. Okay, you play the break of trend and you come and claim the high. You take profits by the high. I will just play a normal breakout strategy on this because I just don't have any data to tell me where this can go. I can't, from a technical perspective, I can't chart it. Okay, I can show you where support is that we struggled to break through, and you can obviously see that we have struggled to break the highs over here. That's where we topped out. And now we have a trend to the downside, so I will just be waiting for that consolidation. You don't know if we're going to dip down lower or we're going to find support here and then break through. Okay, but based from the high to where we are right now, you have a potential target of the 1.618 if Bitcoin plays ball, right? Bitcoin has to play ball here as well. So I don't have enough data to go and measure from a fib extension where the third wave can go, because this low went lower than that low. So this is not a wave one. This is a corrective structure, maybe an A, B, C. And I can't even work out the ABC properly, because from where do I count it? A, B, C. Let's try and do that. That's the problem with new coins. They are very difficult to chart, right? Okay, so we have from a ABC perspective, we have hit the 1-to-1 ratio. That's where we're finding support at the moment, but we can still go to the 1236 and the 618 as an extended C wave. Okay, so either this is the support, I would say that's your next level of support if you lose this area, and that's your last line in the sand. If you're going to fall further than that, I would just stay away from it. Okay. And you will see that the 618 is also almost in alignment with where price kicked off over here. Okay, that's enough of NFP. Right. How much Floki can go further up? Floki. I see Andy did discuss Floki in depth in his video update. And I don't know if I actually do have Floki on the chart. Right, but we can go through it in a moment. What else? I just want to check something over here. Okay. Boys and girls, unfortunately, I have run out of time. Thank you so much for everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Thanks for the alpha. Please hit like and subscribe. And I will see you guys again tomorrow. And unfortunately, this is all I have time for today. We're already over an hour and 18 minutes. Much love, and I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers for now. Thanks, Valerie. Thanks, Irina. I appreciate it. Thank you. Take care. Thanks, Alden. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the day. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. I'll see you guys tomorrow.